That's right, you are now listening to Tommy Tom's One Mic. Warning, this podcast contains explicit language, triggering or sensitive topics, and controversial discussions. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tommy Tom's One Mic.
I'm Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Flip personality, you know it's I. You never seen my kind, never seen a fucking sliver or a slice. I'm the butcher, choice cuts, know I'm nice. You got beef? I got waggle with a knife. Now I'm gonna be wrapping up bodies up at night. Like Ray Charles, y'all know I'm out of sight. Now I'm gonna be slaying niggas cause you know I love the life. Yo, you gotta read between the lines. I'm only gonna be moving when I'm read through all the signs. Johnny Mnemonic, I got an upgraded mind. This is for the rebels and their revolutionary minds. Cybernetic linguistics, you know I'm on my mind. Prototype the new dimension, man, that shit is mine. Future is creation and creation is sublime. Make your own legend, only happens with time.
Let's hit the mic.
Hey guys, welcome to Tommy Tom and One Mic. I'm your host, Tommy Tom, and I have a very special guest today. You've probably met one of his three other partners in crime in the Four Horsemen, or just Horsemen, you know, legalities. I believe owns the Horsemen. But I got with me today, Mr. Forever Fresh. I won't give his government name. Somebody might be listening to this. So we're just gonna
I'm good, Tommy. I ain't hiding from the body. I don't got no warrants.
Hey, his name, we're gonna only say it once. It's gonna be fresh for the rest of it. So, you know, IRS, if you're looking for him, Doug Hammond. Doug Hammond, Forever Fresh. How you doing, man?
What's good, Tommy? What's good, bro? It's good. I'm doing good, man. Just trying to get through COVID, you know. Just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, that is the way. I believe everybody's dealing with that, just going through.
Facts, man.
I believe the last show you did for me, I believe our boy Cauz told me you got your job back and whatnot. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, I was at home. I was getting paid to stay at home. And then they made me go back to work. And then I was like kind of pissed off about that. But, but you know, I'm back in the flow of things now.
I think everybody was a little. I know like plenty of people actually quit their jobs just to collect unemployment because they were getting paid more doing that and stuff.
Word, that's crazy.
They cut that unemployment and they're like, oh, fuck, what am I doing now?
Yeah, right?
I worked straight through over at ShopRite just because, you know, I'm an essential worker. I don't get the vaccine, you know, any sooner, but, you know, I understand. There's levels to essential workers and stuff. Yeah, you know, I guess the doctor is better than the guy that stocks the toilet paper for you guys, you know.
Yeah, right.
Go a little crazy for it.
It's crazy, man. I can't believe how things went down with everything. Like the world was a crazy place, man. The things they value, the things they don't. It's just a wild place right now. I can't wait for this to all be over. That's for sure. I miss doing shows, man. I miss doing shows.
Mm-hmm. And I was glad to get you guys out there for the shows I was able to put on during the summer and all that.
Yo, definitely good times too. I thank you for having us out there. It's definitely getting involved with like meeting a new crowd of people. Like, and everybody out there is show mad love. They all cool. So like, it was definitely a good time out there at Old Frank's. I love it.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. Like, I do the shows. I think some like people who don't know me are like, oh yeah, this would be a great branding for yourself. I was like, this is more networking and giving other people opportunity, because I know as an entertainer that not being able to get on stage and all that, you start getting, you know, I start getting a little antsy, angry. I think I have the episode that's going to come out before you. I have an interview with that comic Preston, who did both the Oblivious Races and all that, and he was like, and I think you put it pretty great. He was just like, yeah, you know, I do this, you know, to like keep my stress down. It's like, when I'm not able to do it, my kids are like, you know, you should probably go do that. You're kind of an asshole right now. And I'm like, that really is. It's like if they had if the cameras at ShopRite actually had audio to hear all the stuff I say to my coworkers, I would have been fired in hashtag years ago. Like when I know because, you know, if you work at like a general job, it's kind of high school where everybody's hooking up with each other or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know when somebody's getting laid or something because they're just a different attitude. Yeah. And whenever I did, I was like, oh, you're getting that pee-pee touch, aren't you, bro?
Yeah, right. You glowing today. Something going on.
Something's happening here. I see what you're doing, buddy. Good for you. Good for you. But Fresh, glad to have you here. You know, you believe, what was it? The Oblivious Racist was July, I want to say. July or August?
July, August. It was August.
August. Back in August. You know, I had known Cauz for a while, told me about performing. I suggested the idea of him coming out to perform for a show. And I said, yeah, you can bring the Horsemen, whoever you want. And guy who took the call was you. You decided to come out to Bumblefuck, New York. Where are you? And you're in New Hampshire, or?
Yeah, I'm currently in New Hampshire, yeah. I spent a lot of time in Vermont, but now, like, I was back and forth between Vermont and New Hampshire for, like, the last couple years, but now I'm back in New Hampshire.
Yeah, you came down. It was definitely, you came down for my Oblivious Racist special, which I'm still editing together. I had to pause it because while I got the main footage, I want other footage from some clubs. So I'm kind of happy that some indoor dining is opening up in the city. So that gives, so now some of the clubs are doing little shows and whatnot. So I'll be able to go there. Because, you know, there's tricks. You just give somebody some popcorn at their table. They're there for a meal.
Yeah, right.
There's a stage and a mic. Oh my God. I don't know. And
just so happens.
Yeah. You know, and, you know, they're bringer shows. You know, you bring, you know, one or two friends with you, and there you go. There's the show. You know, a lot of people, I'll do whatever. You know, I just want.
Be back in front of that mic.
Yeah. I need an audience to talk to and figure some stuff out, because I'm already working on the second one besides that, which I'll call Burning Bridges, which is my more fierce one. Because you saw the Oblivious Racist. Oblivious Racist was more kind of like that family politics kind of stuff. This was like friends and family, but I like, some people are going to be real pissed at me for some of the shit.
Oh, you're going to be making some family members mad on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Or just people in general.
A lot of people, a lot of friends and family. You know, I've kind of gone dark for a little bit because I know I'm writing this, and I know probably at our show in July, I'm probably going to be throwing some material there because we'll probably have some cameras and shit there, which I still haven't gotten the footage from the Oblivious Racist for you guys. I've hit the guy up, but he's going through his own things, so I'm not really pushing. But I mean, that was a night anyway, just the rain and all that. But
yeah, that was a good ass time though. Even though performing in the rain, that shit felt good though. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I never did that before. It felt good.
It's a different like feel and whatnot. And it wasn't like, and at least it wasn't like hard rain. It was almost like kind of like a drizzle that it was like, all right, can still operate with this.
Yeah, it was light and ain't nobody leave, so it was good to go. You know, everybody still stayed and got wet with us, so it was cool.
Yeah, it's just the vibe. I think everybody just wants to get out. You know, that's why I'm hoping this show in July really pops and all that, so we can start doing more stuff. You know, my whole plan. I'm sure as an artist, you have your like 5-year plans and stuff like that, you know, just kind of like little goals you got to set for yourself. I'm entering 5 years in comedy, so I already had my goals when I first started, where I wanted to be and at least where I wanted to go. You know, it's all about the baby steps. I think a lot of people sprint to that finish line that they have this, and it's like, no, there's steps before that. Take a breath with me right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I was just approaching that 5-year spot too, and then COVID hit, so that kind of like a little bump in the road. But you know, still had to get through it, so can't just negate that. Yeah, it was still there, but it kind of helped. Can't even lie. Not to say a lot of bad came from it. You know, I've seen some family members get it, come through it, so I ain't gonna say I lost too many from it, but just that time I got to be home. You know, they gave me time to like make my album and just get a lot of music out. And just like, you know, collect myself again. Like a lot of people was like, oh, I didn't need this much time alone. I felt like I'd be on the go so much doing music and stuff that I actually did need that little bit of time to just sit back and breathe.
Yeah, it's the regrouping. I think for a lot of people, and it's something I stress, you know, I had to go through rehab and all that when I got my DWI and shit like that. And one of the things I've always stressed when anybody's come to me for advice to deal with depression or something, I'm always like, just find something to do. Like a lot of people when they're like complaining and stuff, it's like, so what are you doing? You're just sitting at home, not trying to activate your brain and actually do something positive. So you can't expect anything from that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people expect like all these things to just fall in there. It's like, I think when I was trying to start this podcast, I was trying to do like a solo thing, and I might just do that as like rants or something. But like the first one I was like doing was just talking about how a lot of people, like some people just need to admit that you're an asshole. You just need to admit that you're an asshole, accept that, and then move on. Because a lot of people, they're just like, I'm such a good person. And then they start explaining why they deserve these better things and or these bad things can happen to them. And I'm always saying it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure no good person has ever had to tell other people they're a good person. It's like a contradiction.
Yeah.
So, you know, and, you know, a lot of people are like 2020 was the worst year ever. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's worse years. This one, it sucked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's either swim or sink for a lot of people, especially in this entertainment business. You know, I know plenty of comics that just like, they let the pandemic beat them. They didn't really try and do anything else and all that. And I'm sure same thing in music.
Tons of artists that gave up. You know, they just lost the ability to make music and go out and get it done. Like if they didn't have their own home setup and stuff. So like a lot of artists kind of just like fell back and became victims of, like you said, victims of COVID, man. Like they haven't put out no music. They kind of really like gave up and was waiting for everything to get back to the old. But they don't even see that it ain't going to be no old anymore. It's going to be new. So whatever, they got to be prepared to, you know, keep up with the wave when doors do open and we're able to do, you know, shows however a bigger crowd or how many shows in between, you know. It's tough. It's just tough right now because we don't know when. They keep telling us it might be now, might be then. So we really don't know exactly when doors are going to be open for like max capacity. Who knows?
And even if things will actually be the same or something, like it's different. Like I hear Florida hasn't changed at all. That's the wild, you know. And it's like weird. It's weird how you see like the shift or something. Like all these like Florida and like some of these states, they're just viewed as crazy. They didn't care and all that. And then like New York and other ones, they're like, all right, they're trying to lock down and all that. And now it's kind of taking that shift. It's like, damn, fuck, I want to go to Florida right now.
I do too.
That taste, it's like, I don't care. I'll take it. I'll get the COVID. I'd lock me down for a few weeks or something. I just want that feeling of normality or whatnot. Just
I'll keep my mask on 24/7. I just want to I want some warm weather, bro. I'm tired of this up north cold right now. And then COVID, it feels like it's just been cold ever since COVID started. Like, cause you've been in the crib, like you can't really do nothing.
Oh yeah. So like when they first started doing the lockdown, I was planning a trip to go to Denver and whatnot because I wanted to check out some clubs out there too and stuff like that. And I was like right in March and whatnot. So it's just like, oh, fuck. And you just start seeing the lockdowns and then there's like restrictions on like travel and whatnot. That is like, oh, you might have to quarantine for these days and whatnot.
Yeah. Now, you know, that's when you just pack up the car and get on a road trip. That's when you take a big road trip. You know, can't nobody stop you. You just stay in your car, you know, you're safe.
Yeah. But not, you know, was in March I was going to do a roast on me and just have all my friends and family come up and roast me and whatnot. So the big thing that, like, I had a show right there at the end of March for my 32nd birthday. And one of the big headliners would have been my parents, but they're down in Georgia. So there's that and whatnot.
That would be dope,
be able to actually meet them come July because they'll probably be coming for that.
Oh, that'd be dope, bro. To have your parents roast you, though, like, who else know you better? That's lit right there.
Yeah. The funny thing about that roast is that, like, everyone that, like, hit me up, like, I put out, like, a call. I was like, to all my friends and all that. I was like, all right, if anybody wants to roast me, let me know, put you on or something. The only people that, like, fucking hit me up were, like, all females. It was all females in my life that hit me up. It's like 2 of them I've slept with. 1 of them, everyone assumes I'm eventually going to sleep with. And then my mom. So it's just like,
oh man, that's tough. Like, oh, cool.
And then like all my guy friends, when I was like, hey man, you want to roast me? Their exact response, and I quote, was, the fuck I'm going to do that. No, fuck no. They're not going to do that. And that's probably because my guy friends know me better. They're like, no, this is a setup. this is a setup. You're gonna fucking rip us apart. I know what you're Tom. I'm not gonna play.
Yeah, because you're gonna get your moment for redemption. So you're just gonna give it back to them like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing that though.
Yeah, I'll probably reschedule that at some point. I'm just gonna do sets come July and whatnot. Like, I think by now I probably will have announced it when I put this out in 2 weeks. But we do have a show come July. Myself with Big Wayne, his partners in the Infamous Squirrel, Anthony and Joe, and I will be headlining comedy Friday, and then I will be acting as the host for Saturday night, in which we will most definitely be having the Horsemen headline that night. So it's kind of funny that, like, for these first couple episodes, it seems like I've interviewed everybody that is people that are just going to be on that show alone and all that.
Okay.
I've interviewed Jesse, I've interviewed Wayne and Preston, so, I believe you're going to be episode 5.
Okay.
But those will be fun. And it's all about getting out there. But I do want to talk on the Forever Fresh brand. You do have an album out, Dougie.
Yes, sir. So I just dropped Dougie September that just passed. That was my debut album. Before that, I made a series of mixtapes called Groundwork that led up to that. So it's kind of like me getting my feet under me and knowing who I was as an artist. Getting my own flow, my own style, like just finding myself in those years. And then I dropped Dougie in September, so that was like a blessing, man. I feel like that the album's got so much love, and it's really been it really changed things after I dropped that album. Like I started getting a lot more attention, and things started like really picking up.
Oh yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I definitely hit you up after I got it, and that wasn't to kiss your ass or anything. I believe I specifically pointed out Hard on Me?
Hard for me, yep.
Hard for Me, and I was like, that one's gonna be the banger. That's the one everyone's gonna be noticing and whatnot, of course. And then but my personal one was Something Different.
Right.
That was my personal favorite, which I have asked you if I could use that for the Oblivious Races, because I thought that was like it would be a perfect fit for that when I actually put that out. And I call that is like an old school album because you have like the non-music intro with you guys all the Horsemen playing basketball and all that. So it gives you that like that 90s hip hop kind of thing of how they always had like kind of like little skits for the album and stuff like that. So I greatly appreciated that.
Oh yes, thank you. I felt like, cause I'm such an old school type rapper myself. I was born in the '80s, so growing up in New York, I was just so stuck on that '90s style of music. So like that's still embedded in me as far as the artist I am. So like it's in me. And I played basketball my whole childhood coming up. So I played ball overseas and everything. And after I got hurt is when I really started, like, cause I played in Germany and then I messed up my ankle. So after that point is when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start picking up the pen and seeing what I could do with this and start taking it serious. And then I just wanted to incorporate that into the music too. So like it felt good to put an intro with like the actual basketball game in the beginning. So like it really felt like people that know me can connect. They're like, oh yeah, that's fresh right there for real.
That's the style. No,
yeah, but that's love too, and that's love. Appreciate that for the something different on the Oblivious Races, because I mean, like when you hit me and told me that, I was like, yeah, like I knew that you listened to the album and like you really knew like that song. I know why that song fit, and it fit the Oblivious Races. So I was like, yo, that's perfect to know that you really took time to listen. So I appreciate you for that too.
Oh yeah, I put it on while I was fucking stocking toilet paper and whatnot. I was like, all right, I'm working with this guy. I want to hear stuff, and I do the same thing with Cauz and anybody that I work with,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Wayne is like, oh, you're stalking. I was like, I need to know who I'm working with. So I do a deep dive on, Facebook, all the social media and stuff, just to see what somebody's about and whatnot. So that when I do get these interview chances and I get to talk to them, it's not like I'm uninformed as to who you are. I may not know everything, but I want a sense of who I'm working with and stuff like that. I think that's an important thing to have.
Yeah, that's awesome too. Yeah, at least you get to know what you're dealing with beforehand. So that was cool too. Because like I remember when we first met, I'll never forget it because there was a bottle of Hennessy involved and everything like that. It was just like it's so great. After that, I was like, yo, I love this guy, Tommy. You are the man. And then ever since then, it's been nothing but good times. That's for sure.
So I'll tell the audience that. So When I talked to Cauz about doing his show, he's like, "Yeah, man, just give me a bottle of Hennessy and all that, and do that." And anybody that knows me, I may have a tan, but I'm adopted. My dad's. I made the joke in there. It's like my dad's white, my mom's fucking a gringa. She's Colombian, but she's paler than my dad. So it was interesting going into the liquor store. I was like, I'm actually buying a bottle of Hennessy right now. Like, because I was like, all right, Cauz said it as a joke, but I'm going to actually do it just to get a pop there. And it was like, shit, this is like the blackest thing I've ever done in my life. I'm buying a bottle of Hennessy at the liquor store. Shit. Like, I might get my black card back. Oh.
Well, hey, I didn't know. You had it in my eyes for the first second I met you. Nah, that was love. That was a wild night, though, man. That was definitely a good night.
I'm glad it worked out the way it did for that. I like that for my main footage. And, like, audience came and went, but I like how it, like, ended up in the end of the night and stuff. I like those more intimate shows and stuff like that. It's probably why I enjoyed doing the clubs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done theaters. The show in July, I'll be doing a theater. You don't have as much, so it's a different style. It's like it's not as much interaction so much with the crowd. I'll be talking to them, of course, and all that, but like you can't see the whole scene as much as probably in a smaller atmosphere, the intimacy.
Yeah, that looked like it's going to be a real nice venue, too. That's a nice looking venue that it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it will. And, you guys did my Oblivious Racist show, which I greatly appreciated. And I know you were giving those physical copies of Dougie out there. I still got mine. Got mine. I got to figure out. It's weird, the new Max or whatnot. It's got, like, the button to, like, eject for a CD. And I just kept looking at it. I was like, where the fuck is the CD insert here? I don't have it. There's nothing. So what's this button for? It's just a power button now.
Nope, it's on the side.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll figure it out at some point. I'm still getting the technology thing and all that. I just push for it. Like I said, pandemic, you got to keep doing stuff. Just keep on evolving and figuring out new stuff and all that.
Facts. Like, I had to learn how to record my own music, like, during this. Like, I got my own setup now, so I'm able to record I can't mix or nothing, so I got to send out my stems and things to get them mixed down. But I'm learning a lot with that as well. Like, I was forced to do it because otherwise I couldn't get to somebody's house to record all the time, so I had to figure a way to at least try to get something done. So I had to learn some things, and I don't know how to do it. So trust me, if I had to mix my own music, it would sound horrible, bro. I can't do it.
That's probably why I use Buzzsprout. Shout out to Buzzsprout, which I hope you're listening to this on. I can do my own edits with that because I went to college for writing, and I ended up just going into communications. And so I have on my Macs, and I know how to cut the audio and stuff like that, and just make it tighter and shit like that. Buzzsprout gives me it does another mix down for me. So as soon as I load it on there, and then they just give me pretty much the best quality that I can get with my stuff. I'll upgrade as I move on with stuff. That's right. All right, now I'm just loading up on money because I need to change location and all this stuff. I need more room for my toys.
I see that back there.
Yeah, I'm a child. I got Legos. I got Connects. I got an entire dresser drawer just filled with action figures and stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I still collect cards, like sports collectibles. Like, I still collect them because I know it's still gonna have a value in the future. So I got books and books of basketball, football cards, all types of stuff.
When you released your album on Spotify, it's clear that I from what I can see, just from your posts and all that, it definitely exceeded your expectations and all that.
Yeah, it really did. And honestly, it was all hard for me. Like, that one song, it just had such a club vibe. Like, that song got picked up by so much the Spotify algorithmic playlists and things like that. So it just started booming. Like, I'm watching the numbers just grow and grow, and I'm like, damn, I can't believe this song that's really about a female is the song that's going to catch the most attention. And it was like, wow. So I was like thankful for that. Like honestly, like it was crazy. It was crazy. It was just crazy. I think a lot of people were waiting for my first actual like album because I did so many mixtapes and I had like a couple like industry features on it. So people were actually kind of anticipating it. They wanted to see what I had, and I'm kind of thankful that I ain't let them down. Like I haven't really got like too much bad feedback except for like they wish it was longer.
No, like I said, hard for me. I listened to it. I was like, all right, man, this is the one that's going to appeal to everyone just for like that club dance vibe and whatnot. That's the hook to get them in for all the other stuff.
Exactly. Yep. It definitely worked. And like I said, I was able to get a couple industry features on there too. Like I got a Reef the Lost Cause, who's a Philly legend, underground legend, and Ren Thomas, who's out of Jersey. So when people saw that I had them on the track list, they was like, that kind of brought more people to want to see like, oh, he was able to get these people. It made it feel like not to say like an industry artist, but you know how when you get an industry artist, they're gonna have a couple features on there from some people. Like you don't expect the local artist to have like industry names on that project. So like I worked my ass off to get these people. Like whether like I met Reef at a show and we just chopped it up and we vibed for a little bit, and then like after talking a little bit, we was able to set it up and get the song, and then we even did a video for it. So like people knew that relationship was actually like, it wasn't just like oh, he paid him to do this and he did that. No, we actually did a video, and the video was done off the love. So it was good times, you know. So I feel like I put a lot into it, and I felt like it really felt good. The album felt good, and then to follow up with the Horsemen 4 months later, it's just like I can't even believe it. Like to be honest, like just to keep that much good music coming out consistently, it's like it's crazy, man. I owe it to COVID again. Like this damn COVID. If it wasn't for COVID, we couldn't have got this much music done because we would all had to work. I mean, I worked through it, but working from home, I get to walk from my bed to my office and do my job and then go mess around doing music after. So like I'm really at the house all day. So I had plenty of time to do everything, man. I can't even, and I'm still doing it. So like
no,
I'm complaining like I want it to be over, but I still don't want to go back outside right now. Just to do shows.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. It's you lit that fire under your ass just to get it done and all that. And getting those industry people, it gives like a sense of legitimacy behind your name or whatnot. It's like, oh, this person fucks with you? All right. Let me see what you're about and all that. And it's like a good intro. That's why it's networking, like I was talking about earlier. It's being able to work all those connections and stuff from shows and whatnot just to kind of build up.
Absolutely.
But I guess the two main questions I would have for you is, where did Forever Fresh come from?
Honestly,
that one.
Honestly, my nickname is Fresh. Like my father's nickname was Fresh, and then he gave me the nickname as a baby. So like I kind of took it over, and it's like he was Big Fresh, I was Little Fresh. He wasn't no longer Fresh. I was just Fresh. So like I kind of had this Fresh as a kid. I had to live up to this craziness. So then like as I got older, like I played sports. So like I felt like I had like an alter ego. Like the Fresh was like my childhood me growing up being whoever I was. Then I got into college and stuff. So I was like, call me Doug. Like I got tired of people calling me Fresh. I'm like, yo, you my college the president. Like you call me Fresh. Like damn it, you should call me Doug. I think so. Like so I went by this like change. I'm like, I want people to call me Doug. Then I was like, fuck it, you know what? Forever Fresh, because that's who I am. It's just who I am. I can't try to change that. So I use that as my rap name when I decided to do music. I'm like, I can't make up some name. Like my name is Fresh. So like people like, oh, that's too generic. Even if you want to use it. So I'm like, all right, well, Forever Fresh. I'm always gonna be fresh. Like I can't change it. So I just kind of ran with that. And it's been a pain in the ass really with Fresh because that name is like so generic. So like now I had to throw the Forever on it, and it kind of fit. It works.
Oh no, I think it works.
I couldn't be like no little this and nothing. I'm too tall. Like I couldn't make up some name like little this. I'm a tall guy.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I thought Cauz was tall, and then you came. I was like, oh shit, they grow bigger too. I was like, oh, no. And then when I found out you play basketball, I was like, yeah, mate, it tracks. You know, all I wanted was like 3-4 more inches, just reach that like 6 foot. And I was like, if I was 6 foot, I probably could have dunked. Not now. Now, after working at ShopRite, I got hooker knees. My knees are all fucking black and blue and shit from going up and down and shit. And you know what? I feel like a whore working there sometimes. So,
Yo, how you gonna say that? That's funny as hell. So I got hooking these. I feel, as long as you could clap, if you could touch backboard, I mean, a good clap is as good as a dunk any day, you know.
It's just a dream. It's a dream as a little guy. You wouldn't know this, Fresh, all right? It's a dream with the little guy that you just see that hoop all the time, and you're just like, fuck! I'm like so close. I can't do it though. And it's like, you know, there was that, you know, strike against my black card right there. It's just like shit, losing it.
Nah, bro, that was my pass out though. Like I ain't gonna front. That's my first love is like the sports. Like that's what took me to college. That's what like kind of made me see a lot of the things I was able to see was that little orange basketball. Like no lie, I was good too, bro. Like I could dunk. Like that's the one thing I was good at. I had bounce. But now I'm starting to get them hooking these too though. Like I can still get up a little, but I'm catching up.
Yeah. Welcome to my world, Fresh. Welcome to my world. Now you're going to be looking at the rim.
Word. Word.
And I guess the second main question would also be, I got Cauz's intro to the Horsemen. What's your story of the Horsemen and how that like formed?
So it's crazy because like it's funny because I knew so there's 4 members in the Horsemen. It's me, Just Cauz, Circle Bangs, and the Real Flex 45. Now it's funny because I knew Circle Bangs for years, about 7-8 years now, him and Flex. And you know, everybody's been individual artists doing their own thing here and there. Everybody's been like all around. And then, you know, Just Cauz came into the scene about 2 years ago. He met up with Chris and like we would all go do shows as individual artists. Like we would do a bunch of shows together. So like we always there, we friends. So it came to the point we're like, yo, let's just do our set together. Like let's just combine our set so we could get a longer set time. So then, you know, we did it one time, rocked the show, and now we like, damn, we might have a little something going on here. So we ended up doing one other big show. I think it was at Magic Mountain, and like we were all there again, and then we just all got on the stage. And then at that point, we knew like we had something. So we started riding with. We didn't have a name or nothing. We just like, yo, we're a group. We're gonna keep doing this set together, and because the crowds love it. So then we decided to become the Horsemen. And one of our buddies was at the house. We was all making music one night, and he's not a part of the Horsemen, but he was like, yo, y'all should be the Horsemen. Because he's like, we don't even know what the hell to call ourselves. Like, it's 4 of us. So then he's like, the 4 Horsemen was the name at first. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's dope. We should rock with it. But then there was another local group up in Vermont that was using that name for like a project or album or something like that. So we decided not to go with the 4 Horsemen, and we just cut the 4 and went with the Horsemen. And man, we was doing shows. We've been doing so many shows since, and like it's just been crazy. Like just the feedback from the crowds, because we really do together as a unit put out some real good music and put on like a good real set. So they haven't even got to see the Horsemen's album yet. Like that released just in January. So like we haven't even performed it yet live. Like people haven't heard any of these songs like until the album came out. So now when we're able to put on this show, I feel like, oh man, they don't even know what's in store when we hit the stage. That's why that show in July might be the first one, man. We like Cage Beast right now. We cannot wait to jump all over that stage.
Yeah, just like rocket and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think also for like myself, it's always great to find people that have kind of that same drive as you for like passion for that you have. Like for you, it's music. For me, it's like that was something I was always searching for in comedy. Like, like I want, because you see the groups and all that. You know, Joe Rogan has his crew and like others and stuff like that. That there's like these little groups of people that like all work together, help each other out, and they make something of it. You know, and maybe not all of them are as big of names or whatnot, but it's like it's that unity that is like, all right, cool. I got somebody else who's on the same wavelength as me and trying to make this work.
Facts, bro. Like even to the point where like we do the music and everything, but we more so like family. Like we with each other's kids. We do cookouts together. We all get together and just like, if we're not making music, I mean, our goal is to make music, but if we just kicking it or just chilling like family, like that's how we kind of vibe out too. That's what kind of makes the music part a little bit easier for us, because it's not like we're like, you know, everybody, you know, you beef with your family. Like everybody got problems with their family. Like artists will have problems with each other, but for the most part, we get through everything just like family would, as opposed to like any kind of artist that might have any ill will towards each other. So it's kind of great to have some people, like you said, that not only you can work with, but you feel like, you know, that's like your brother on the other end.
Oh yeah, it's not all business, you know. There's actually camaraderie. God, I hate my fucking tongue. I can't pronounce shit. There's that common thing with everybody that it's just like, all right, cool. You know, if we weren't doing music or something, we still be boys or whatnot.
Yeah, we was boys before. Like, I feel like we're gonna be boys at the end, regardless.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to meeting this Circle Banks, just because he came up in Joe's interview too. I was like, all right, I'm slowly getting the full picture of the Horsemen. I get to meet the other two shortly. Maybe I'll set up an interview with them also, just to get the full.
We're all individuals. Like, we're unique in our own way. Like, trust me, when you get us all four in the same place, you're gonna be like, yo, these guys are so different, but them together, it's like Voltron, bro. It's like we just, we combine. Like, we just like, it's wild. You're gonna see at the show, like, we really like a good group of people. Like, between me, Flex, like the older people in the group, like, we're more level-headed. Then you got Just Cauz and Circle, like the younger, crazier of the two. So like, it's a great little unit. Dysfunctional, but great.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with dysfunction. I say that.
Thanks.
But we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to get into your other love of sports and have a little fun with the talks. So we'll be right back after this. What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy, Tommy Tom, and I have some exciting news for each and every one of you. On July 16th and 17th, me and the boys over at Infamous Squirrel will be bringing to you the Corona Sunset Festival. That's right, folks. I said festival. We're talking 2 nights of comedy, music, and above all else, fun. This is probably going to be the very first musical comedy event of this magnitude held in New York since the coronavirus struck. Now, I know you've all been stuck in your houses, depressed and lonely during this 2020, especially if you're up here with me in New York. Well, it's time to break free. It's time to have some fun. Of course, things will be socially distanced and following whatever regulations we have at the time. But let's face it, we need that human contact. We need that fun. And what better way than a little comedy and music to lighten the mood and bring on the fun. We, of course, will have plenty of musical guests, including some people you have seen on this podcast, including Just Cauz, who does my intro and outro, and his boy Forever Fresh, and their group, the Horsemen, the rock band Iron Cobra, my boy Jesse Maurer and his band Static in the Attic, coming all the way from PA, Ayana Martine, an amazing solo artist, and we will have comedy from guys such as my boy Preston and myself, and including Big Wayne Kershaw, who will be recording his very first comedy special on this night. Come on, you do not want to miss this. This is first of its kind, and you have the opportunity to be there when it happens. So, if you want to know more information, I will have a link to this event at the bottom of this podcast, where you can get tickets or just check out what this event is all about. Once again, we will follow whatever social distancing rules we have in place, because, let's face it, we want to be safe. But at the same time, we want to have a little fun. And I know all of you do too. And we're not even breaking your bank. This is $30. You hear that? $30 a night. You can't beat that. And we have deals for hotel rooms and VIP. Because, trust me, when this show is over, we're going to have a VIP party afterwards. And you do not want to miss the insanity that we have planned for that. So, get up, get out of your funk, and let's have some fun together. July 16th, July 17th. Tickets down below. Peace. And we're back. It's Tommy Tom. I'm here with Forever Fresh. And we've been talking a lot about your music and all that. But, as I've stated, you do have a second love, as you talked about going to college, playing basketball and all that. You even went to Germany. I believe you stated that.
I was fortunate enough to play 2 years pro overseas, yeah.
Huh. How was that playing out there?
Yo, honestly, it was a life-changing experience, man. Like, cause I'm a kid from Brooklyn, I never thought I'd like get out the city or be able to experience anything like that. So it was a complete culture shock, like to get over there and really see like how Germany was, and just everything about that place. It was great, and just to see how I was able to adapt and like try to learn a couple things so I could order food. Like it was a great experience. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It sucks that I had to get hurt to lose it, but just to say I was able to do that and get paid to play the sport that I loved, it was like it was an honor, like to be able to go that far with it.
Oh,
Everybody can't make the NBA, so like just to be able to say I got a couple dollars to go play and I got to see a different country, like all worth it. A blessing and blessing.
You mind if I ask how you got hurt?
Oh yeah, sure thing. So like it's funny because I got injured. I actually broke my ankle like pretty bad. Like the funny part about it is I played this kid in a tournament. Like when I came back home, we played in this big tournament up in Albany, New York. And first time I met this kid, he was like a pain in the ass. And then I see him overseas. I run into him in Germany. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to get in his skin. And then I came down on his ankle, hairline fracture to my ankle. And it was like, it would have been better if I broke it. So like I tried to heal it for a couple weeks to come back, came back the next game and like kind of tweaked it again. And it was like, that was pretty much it for me. So that was my second season over there. Not in that same, so I played at a different team and I was like close to Berlin. So my second season, I was a little bit farther up north. And yeah, that's when that injury had happened, unfortunately. But it was a pain in the ass though. I ain't gonna lie, like being gone for 8 months after a year, I had just had my daughter. So like it was kind of tough to be away. And then like that kind of made everything rough back at home. But at the end of the day, I still got to do it. So I got to check that off my list. Like, hey, I want to make some money off it. So like I was able to check that off. Yeah, I miss it though. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I miss playing ball. Like ever since I got hurt, I never really went back. Like I just kind of left it like, in the past is the past. And I miss it though. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna lie.
So you don't like go around, shoot around or something just for fun or anything?
I don't know, bro. Like they tried to get me to go out in New York, like because like I said, I played ball in New York high school, so like I was pretty good I was like a park legend for like dunking, like as a kid. So like I was really good in New York. So I went back home and they wanted me to play in this big tournament, man. It's called Gersh, and like I'm talking about NBA players be there and stuff like that. I'm washed up. I'm so used to like my rap lifestyle of Hennessy and smoking and not being in shape. And they get me out there on this court, bro. I almost died. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to embarrass myself or like mess up the legacy that I once had. Like, I'm not going to just come like, I was good back then. I'm not going to make myself just look trash now and not make people remember me just for that.
Not fresh anymore.
At all. Whew, I'm stale as hell when it comes to the sport. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I still love it, man. I watch it to death. Rooting for my Brooklyn Nets right now. I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm rooting for the Nets because they got Harden just now. It's better to watch a team win, I'm a New York fan, die hard. Like Knicks, Giants. So as you know, I've seen my team lose a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely have. Oh man, Jets. Yeah, that on there. I have my friend T-Vaz. He's a cop in the city, and he's a Mets and a Jets fan. And I'm just like, this is rough, huh? This is rough for you, huh, brother? And I remember one time we were out.
I'm no Mets, no Jets, but I'm everything else, like Yankees, every other team, but no Mets, no Jets.
I respect his commitment to it. Like there was one time we were out, I think it was prior to my boy Dave's wedding, and the Mets are up by like 7 points or something, and he just made a comment, they'll fuck it up or something, and then like over the course of the night, we just start seeing that lead get smaller and smaller until they ended up losing the game. He's like,
you just know. Yeah. You just know. Especially being a fan of one of those teams. You just know they're going to lose.
I mean, I was a Nets fan back with the Jason Kidd, Vince Carter days and all that. Just Jason Kidd used to be like my favorite. I like Jason Kidd because, he wasn't dunking as much. He was the assist guy, defense, pop up a couple shots. He was just like, all right. I was like, that was usually my role when I played basketball. I wasn't the one going up for the flashy plays and all that, but, do the court leader thing.
Yeah, J. Kidd was good to watch, though. I mean, some of them times he dropped, and like that Nets team was solid back then.
He was like the guy that like made triple-double a thing in my mind. Mm-hmm. But it was like, oh, this dude's rebounding, he's assisting, he's getting his points and all that. It's like, all right, cool. It's like, oh, that was like maybe for me the first time, like when I really got into like watching sports and all that. I was like, oh, there's this thing called this triple-double. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
That guy's out there doing everything. Yeah, he was solid.
Yeah, that was one of my dudes there. But I did see.
Believe it or not, though, my first love was football. Like I tried to play football first, bro, and I ended up making this football team in Philadelphia. First game, I went for like a cut across, jumped up to catch the pass, took my legs out, knocked the damn wind out of me, bro. I said, yo, I'm gonna play something different. After that, I went to basketball.
I was actually going to bring up the football thing because I was like, you're a New York fan, but I see you giving a lot of love to the GOAT, Tom Brady, for this past Super Bowl.
Hey, I'm not knocking Tom. He never did me no harm. I'm a Giants fan, you know what I'm saying? So I have nothing bad to say about Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's true. As a Giants fan, it's like, it's kind of petty now. It's petty now to hate him.
Honestly, I lived in New England for the longest, so like that's all you hear. And like being from New York and up here is like Tom Brady never lost. Like, you know, and unless he played the Giants. So I was not upset with Tom Brady. And I'm happy he won, man. It kind of like laid his legacy where I really can call that man a GOAT. Like he's a GOAT. Like he has more Super Bowls than any NFL franchise.
Yeah. He's you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the play and whatnot. That's just and I know he got crunks this week and celebrating and all that. You seen those social media vids?
I saw a little bit of something where it's like he's almost drunk and almost dropped the trophy.
He chucked it across the boat to another boat. I think it was the backup tight end, Karen Bray. He's the one that actually caught it and whatnot.
I did not see that.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He just kind of gets with the two hands and just kind of flings it across to another boat and whatnot. And then there's video of him clearly wasted being walked by somebody's helping him walk. And he just got a drunk look on his face, just like...
He deserves it. He deserves it.
I think he had a great post or something about it. He's like, nothing to see here. Like, after all the stuff, and all the sports people are like talking about it and all that. It's like a top story on like ESPN. It was like Tom Brady throws the Lombardi across boat to another boat.
Yeah, that's nuts. Well, hey, listen, if it was anybody I would trust doing something like that, it would be Tom Brady.
Got it. And you can see after he does it, it's like, oh no, my dude is hammered. This is because he's just like laughing. He's like, oh shit, I did it.
I gotta see this. I gotta see that.
Great video and whatnot. He's just having fun. It's like, and I love I forget who said it. Somebody's like, you know what? If Gronk did that, we'd all expect it and all that. It's just like, this is Tom Brady he's breaking that New England like facade, I guess you could almost say. He's like, nah, man, now I'm having fun. Now I'm just
he's wild boy Tom. He's in Florida now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. Until next season, you got to cut all that out because, you know, the Giants will be back in it, so I'm rooting for my blue.
I'm a 49ers fan, so, you know, I'm trying to figure out what the hell we're actually doing. And, like, they keep teasing me. It was like, well, let Deshaun Watson? He could be coming? What? I don't care. Get rid of Garoppolo. Get rid of porn star Jimmy. I respect the man. I don't think you should get hate for nailing porn stars, but I mean, I could get Deshaun Watson.
That would be a good pickup, though. Wherever he goes, that's going to shake up some things. Like, I'm waiting to see where he actually goes.
Oh, yeah.
And they talking about Dak, too, right? And they talking about Dak supposed to be going somewhere.
Yeah, Cowboys fucking up. But you know what? I don't care. That's the only football team I actually don't like is the Cowboys because, you know, yeah, I was born in the late 80s, but I grew up in the 90s. And my 49ers love comes because I was raised Mormon, and the only Mormon athlete worth anything was fucking Steve Young.
Steve Young was Mormon?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the first real running quarterback.
Yeah, like, Steve Young was amazing.
McNabb came in. Steve Young had all the like records for like rushing yards and like games and stuff for like a quarterback and all that. I was like, all right, cool. It was like everybody's like, yeah, Montana. I was like, kind of a young guy myself, you know, just too many concussions and all that. Jerry Rice, my man, and shit. You know, that was my team.
I liked them back then with Joe Montana and Jerry, like Fred Taylor. That was the days. Like I remember, like I was an old school football fan. Like those, like the 49ers and the Eagles, like the Giants back then. Everybody had squads. Things changed though.
You know, and I have like a little love for the Buffalo Bills because I went to school upstate New York. So it was a battle between Bills and New York fans. But I was also in college, like when the Giants beat the Patriots that one, and we had this one Patriots fan. I had no stakes in the game, but all the other ones are Giants fans, and oh man, they kept roasting this guy that like undefeated season, and when the Giants won, oh, it's crazy. He's like, he just like like walked out of the room. He's like, you guys are a little too aggressive right now, okay?
Bro,
it's cool.
I know. Like, think about it. I was a Giants fan in New England when that happened. Oh my goodness. Like, I know what it's like to be in Boston and not be able to wear your Yankees hat. Now, imagine being a proud. You just won the Super Bowl. My team won, and you in New England. Oh man!
You're
At a
sitting
bar
with a bunch of angry Bostonians, and you're just like, I'm just gonna slowly walk out of here because I know I ain't getting shot today.
You know how it is. They see you wearing some sports memorabilia or any kind of merch from a team, they're gonna come say something about it, especially in Boston or anywhere out here. They're not gonna let you wear Yankees hat like, "I'll take that off" or something. Whether it's a joke or not, they're gonna say something about it.
They're just gonna take the hat out. What the fuck is that? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What's that? You Yankee? You a Yankee? Yeah, there ain't no fucking Yankees out here.
Uh-huh. Just like that too, bro. It's crazy. That's why I get happy when like Tom Brady wins or something, because then you know everybody around you gonna be happy. It's like everybody's cheery and shit.
We're happier. Oh
Word.
Man, I sports was always a thing. We never had a football team in my high school. They got that. They just now got it at the high school and whatnot. I was like, oh, if I would have known that, I probably would have done that. I probably would have been like a cornerback or something, because I was always defense was my thing, or a free safety. That was my thing. You know, I'm not the biggest guy, quick. And it's like, all right, cool. I can get some hits. And then I have like the little man strength, I guess you call it. Like the little guy that's like, I wouldn't expect you to be that strong. It's like, yeah.
I got it.
Just rage. Because some people have said dunk at least 5 times during this interview after I said I can't dunk. I almost feel like it's a little dick fresh. I thought we were cool. But you got to throw that in my face.
My bad. My bad.
I'm just saying here, everybody's like, yeah, man, you know, I was like the best dunker and all that. I'm just like, that's another one. Okay. You know, just keep.
I have to let the people know. I have to let the people that's listening know. You know what I'm saying? I have to let them know.
Fair enough. You know, like I said, 3-4 more inches, different story. All right. That's what she said. I couldn't help it. It was too easy. I was like, I know that somebody out there is going to listen to this and think that. So I was like, I'm going to cut you off. I get it.
Right.
Where are we at? All right. You know what? I think we've gone pretty long. You have fun with this interview, I hope?
Absolutely. Yeah, bro. Definitely good times. That's for sure.
Good times. You know, I definitely have some plans. You know, probably after I hit end and record, I'll give you some insight and some plans for this show in July and all that. Like I said, it's been great talking to you, getting a little more insight on Forever Fresh. You know, we probably met like twice, you know, for the 2 shows that I got you guys for, and then, you know, just been messaging here and there and whatnot. So it's good to get a little more insight into the man behind the Fresh. I don't know. I'm going to copyright that for myself. I'll use that. I'll lend it out. If you ever want to use
I'll borrow that for sure.
But tell the people where they can find your stuff, any social media you want to plug and all that. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So right now you can find my latest album, Dougie. That's on every streaming platform, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. Anywhere you can stream music, you can find that. That's under, so artist name is Fresh. The title of that is Dougie. You'll find it everywhere. It's like if you can see a picture right now, it's kind of the shirt I'm wearing. It's a guy pointing up with a basketball jersey on. So if you see that, you can find The Horsemen as well. That's my group. That's also streaming everywhere. You can find that self-titled The Horsemen. That's where our album is. That just came out in January. As far as me on social media, you can follow me on every platform at FaberFresh718. That's Instagram, Twitter. What else do people use?
You know, those are 2 big ones. I don't know. You got a Twitch or a Snapchat you want to plug?
I don't even do that stuff. But Forever Fresh 718 on Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube page as well. So I have a bunch of videos on there. So Forever Fresh on YouTube, you can see my videos. Like we said earlier, Doug Hammond is my Facebook page. I do a lot of stuff through there. So if you want to get more personal and really get in depth with me, Y'all can follow me there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, with the music and things. What color is your hair?
Oh, it's red right now.
It's red now? I'm trying to think. I can't remember what color. Was it red last time?
It was like purple, green, red. I think for the oblivious race and whatnot. Yeah. I always change my hair color whenever I'm doing. This is my midlife crisis, okay? You know, while other people are dunking, I'm dyeing my hair. You know, that's just how it works and all that.
I'm losing my hair, bro. I'm looking at yours and I'm jealous. Don't get it twisted. I'm balding over here, bro. That's that midlife crisis.
That is shit. But guys, I'll get the links from you later, but I will have links to a bunch of fresher stuff in the description of this video that you guys can click, check out his stuff and all that, and the Horsemen. And of course, if you want to follow me, I am at the TommyTom88 on Twitter, TommyTomP88 on Instagram. You'll have a link. Well, pretty much if you're listening to this, you've already found the link to the podcast and all that, but I'm on Buzzsprout and Podbean. Probably by the 10th episode, I will be moving over to iTunes and other stuff. And, you know, you guys can also check out my YouTube and all that. You can probably find me on Tommy Tom. Just put in Tommy Tom comedy or whatnot. Maybe The Stand or something. You might find something on there. That I'll be growing as well. But Fresh, once again, thank you for coming on here, talking to me.
Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for having me, for sure.
Yep. And thank you to everybody who has listened. This is Tommy Tom, and we will see you next time.
I'm Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Flip personality, you know it's I. You never see my kind, never seen a fucking sliver or a slice. I'm the butcher, choice cuts, know I'm nice. You got beef? I got waggle with a knife. Now I'm gonna be wrapping up bodies up at night. Like Ray Charles, y'all know I'm out of sight. Now I'm gonna be slaying niggas, cause you know I love the life. Yo, you gotta read between the lines. I'm only gonna be moving when I'm read through all the signs. Johnny Mnemonic, I got an upgraded mind. This is for the rebels and their revolutionary minds. Cybernetic linguistics, you know I'm on my mind. Prototype the new dimension, man, that shit is mine. Future is creation and creation is sublime. Make your own legend, only happens with time.